It's been a while since I've gone hiking, so today in Cape Town, we are attempting to get to the top of Table Mountain. I started off by putting on my SPF and my hiking gear, and then we headed to Mug and Bean. Oh, we love this place. To get a light breakfast, and then we were off to start our hike. Here we are trying to figure out which path to take, and of course, I had to bring my girl just in case, And I was honestly very excited for this hike. Initially, we thought the hike was going to be 2.5 hours up the mountain, and then we would take the cable car down. So see us, we're dancing, we're rejoicing. Yay, we're feeling ourselves. We say, hey, come and see us. So come and see Igbo babes. I name it hiking. Woo! If only I knew what was ahead of us, the way I would have saved my energy. After 45 minutes of hiking, we realized that we haven't seen any signs for Table Mountain or which path to go on. So I'm like, I think we're lost. We run into this guy and he's dressed in casual clothes, so he's not hiking. And there was a house not too far from where we were. So I think we just assumed maybe he lived there or maybe his family did. And so we asked him, hey, where's Table Mountain? And he was like, you are in the Celia Forest. Table Mountain is 7 hours away. I said, it's a lie. Don't mind him. He wants us to walk another 7 hours so we can go to another forest so that his grandmother can use us for stew. My village people don't think I know that they used to recruit from South Africa. I said, please, let's come and be going. At this point, we're just trying to use our GPS so that we can find the path that's going to lead us to Table Mountain. We can climb it, take our cable cars, enjoy the view, and call it a day. We finally start seeing signs and a few more people, and the GPS leads us to the contour path, and we realize that we have not even touched the base of this mountain. As a matter of fact, all this walking that we've been doing was just an appetizer trail because the real hike was about to begin. We get to the sign and we meet this guy that tells us that it's going to take us 4 hours to get to the top. I'm guessing he saw the way we were trying to climb these stones. And you know what? Maybe my knees did buckle once or twice. But you know what? Nobody's knees are perfect. He was like, my wife and I had to turn back around. I don't recommend this for you two. And the pride in me was like, how dare you? Do you know who I am? Do you know who my father is? Do you know the God that I serve? I said, we are going to hike this mountain and that's it. Full stop. Hey, I should have listened to that man. Oh, God. The way this thing showed us shaggy. The mistake that we made was, one, not bringing proper hiking shoes. But then again, I didn't know I would be here climbing Gladiator Mountain. I said, please, where's Soft Life Mountain? That's the one I want to climb. We also realized that this is one of those hikes that you need to start at like 7 in the morning. Let me tell you, for all you ladies that you want to work on your bum, you want to go to the gym and firm it up and get that nice shape. My sister, forget gym. Come and do this hike. I can guarantee you the next day, your nyash should be on top of your shoulders. The way we were climbing this mountain, and what you're even seeing, these are like the baby stones, because the way we had to climb stones that were not your mates. We were also running low on water. The couple that we met that told us it probably wasn't a good idea to hike this thing, the wife said that we needed at least 1 to 2 liters minimum. I had 2 bottles of water, Doris had 1, and I'd already finished 1 before the hike even started. At this point, I had about 4 good sips of water left, but the only thing that was giving me hope was knowing that, okay, we have about an hour left to get to the top. When we get to the top, we're going to see the coffee shop, we're going to see the cable cars. Only for us to meet some hikers, and they tell us that, yeah, you have an hour to the top, but once you get there, you still need to walk 3 hours across the mountain to get to the coffee shop and cable cars. I said, God, what kind of life is this? While coming up, I told Doris, I said, we must make it to this coffee shop. I refuse to climb down this mountain. If I climb down this mountain today, that means they didn't bomb me well. Okay, it turns out that they didn't bomb me well because that's me climbing down the mountain. Because I said, there's no way I will walk another 3 hours. I refuse. I cannot come and kill myself because of stone. At this point, there's like 2 tablespoons of water between the two of us. And it's only by God's grace that we ran into another hiker. And she had an extra liter of sparkling water and she let us have it. If not for that wonderful angel of a human being, I would have just been like, okay, my sister, it's looking like we'll just have to come and buy property on this mountain. Because it's like we're not coming down from this thing today. Remember in the beginning, we were dancing, we were rejoicing, we were smiling. We said that, oh, we are Igbo babes and I actually made small hiking and our enemies can never. If you see us now, you will not even know that we have teeth. For some reason, the hike going down was actually worse than the one coming up. I said, come, it's like that man in the forest came and added some more stones because all this was not here before. We really had to focus so that we would not lose our balance. We had to slide down stones and hold on to tree stumps. Because I said, come, if I hear krr in this my leg, I'm going to sue the whole of South Africa. Because they will not come and break this my wonderful K leg. The stones just kept multiplying. And at one point, Doris was like, maybe we just roll down this thing. We can make it to the bottom. I said, my sister, you are thinking too small. Come, let us throw ourselves down this thing. By the time we wake up, we can even be back in United States. I was like, this South Africa, they don't have helicopter or what? Please, somebody should come and remove me from this thing, I beg. The joy in our hearts when we made it to some kind of leveled ground, because I said, please, I cannot climb anything again. Over 34,000 steps and 7 hours of walking later, I had to do my Pursuit of Happiness clap because I didn't appreciate solid ground enough. Like, look, see my balance. Oh. Although we did not make it to the top of Table Mountain, we still wanted to see what it was like. So 2 days later, we took a cable car. We found out that we took the longest route possible. So the people that we met on the way, they were not lying. Except for that one that wanted to feed us to his grandmother. While at the top of the mountain, I wanted to see if I could spot that dam that we saw while we were hiking. When I tell you I walked and I could not see it, that just goes to show how far we were. Although we did not make it to the top, we really did try. And one of these days I do want to come back and conquer Table Mountain. But until then, respect the champion when you see one.